All right, so if you find a meth pipe in somebody's pocket, can you search them for more evidence? Let's find out. My name is Anthony Bandiero, an attorney and senior legal instructor with Blue to Gold Law Enforcement Training. Bringing a roadside chat. This question comes from an officer in Las Vegas. The question is, all right, officers arrive, or the background, right? The officers arrive on a call for trespassing on private property. The officer asks the subject if he can search his pockets, and the subject replies, nope. Then the officers conduct a pat down for weapons. During the pat down, the officer feels a smoking pipe in his pocket, right, which the officer immediately recognizes as a, for illegal narcotics, right? You don't need certainty here. You see probable cause. So far, it sounds okay on that. The officer takes out the pipe, sees residue consistent with street narcotics. And can we continue to search the person for more evidence? All right. Let's talk about it. So the answer is likely yes, but let me explain to you what's going on in the background. Number one is I do with the facts that this officer gave me, and I know this officer personally, so I did a ride along with this officer, and big fan of mine. I'm a big fan of his. So I hope that you have, of course, this is not part of the question, but I hope that you would be able to articulate armed and dangerous on the situation. Right? There's not enough facts for me to say either way. But it doesn't explain why we're doing that pat down. So make sure that we're also articulating in our report why we're doing a pat down on people. Number two is, all right, you pat them down, it's lawful, you feel that item that is immediately apparent as contraband, right? Up to the probable cause level. That comes from Minnesota versus Dickerson. So far, so good. Now, in order to search the person for more evidence, I really like to use the case United States versus Shinders. Okay, and I'll put this, it's a case from Iowa, 2020, a district court case, federal district court case. And basically, in a nutshell, the court says you can search the person even if you're not going to arrest them. You can search them if you have four requirements. Number one, do you have probable cause for more evidence? That, my friends, is up to you to tell me. If I was your judge, I can't sell your case for you. You got to sell it. Why do you think this person has more evidence? So, right? And usually I think that it's pretty easy with the meth pipe. I got to tell you, I mean, meth pipe usually equates to narcotics, right? And there's oftentimes more contraband to smoke. So I think that part is easy, but I can't do it for you. You have to do it for me, okay, if I'm your judge. Number two, the suspect must be aware that the police have the probable cause for the evidence. Here's why. It gives the person motive to destroy. Number three, the evidence that you're searching for is easily destructible, right? That makes sense. And number four, the search is limited to retrieving the evidence. Ultimately, this idea of retrieving evidence without an arrest is based primarily on a U.S. Supreme Court case called Murphy versus Cupp, where police had probable cause that old, who's the bad guy? I think it's Cupp is the bad guy. I may be wrong, but the bad guy killed his wife, and he during a station house interview the next day, the cops noticed some blood, some dried blood under his fingernails. And they had probable cause that was evidence. They retrieved it, but they decided not to arrest him at that time. And later, trace evidence came back, and blood matched the victim, and the Supreme Court upheld it. So that's the answer here. Okay, so you can do it if you can articulate correctly. So probable cause, suspect is aware that you have the probable cause, or the suspect is aware that you're looking for more evidence, gives the motive. The evidence is destroyable, destructible, and you limit your search to find more of that evidence. Okay? All right. Hope it helps. Before you leave, like, subscribe, share with your friends, and maybe I'll see you also at one of my weekly webinars. All right, guys? All right. Have a good one.